Hey, it's Terry Cutler. At the end of 2015, I gave a talk to my new friends over at the Sacred Heart School Board in Montreal on the topic of cyberbullying and cyberstalking with their Facebook profiles. So I showed them in great detail how to lock it all down so it wouldn't be open for the whole world to see. I'd really like to share that with you today. So let's get to it. Welcome to the Ask Terry Cutler Show. Hey, it's Terry Cutler. Right now, I would like to show you how you can perform a Facebook privacy checkup to ensure you're not sharing too much personal information. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to your Facebook profile by clicking on your name here at the top. For this demonstration, I'll be using my own profile so you can follow along. You'll then want to move your mouse to the top right over the lock icon and click it. Let's start with the privacy checkup. So the first thing you want to make sure is that your posts are set to friends and not public. If it's set to public, that means that anyone browsing on your profile, whether he's connected friend or not, will see what you're posting. So it's not a good idea. So you want to make sure that it says friends and click next. Next, we're going to tighten up what our installed applications are doing. You might have a much bigger list than me, but let's look at a few examples so you can finish off your list. Now, some of my applications are set to friends, public, and only me. Now, these are the applications we've used to sign into Facebook with. So in my case, I have no use for the Costco Photo Importer app, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. Vimeo, which is a competitor to YouTube, is set to public. For me, this is okay because I share videos like this and I want the world to watch, share, and learn from it. First Touch Soccer, I can delete. Cision PRE, I have no use for, delete. Cutler YouTube, we can delete because it's no longer available, it's discontinued. And the rest I use. Now, once you've gone through and cleaned up your list, let's click Next. Now, the profile information section is very important, so let's make sure we get this locked down properly. Now, Facebook allows you to get granular with your permissions. You have choices like public, friends, friends of friends, only me, and custom. Now, it also allows you to share this information with specific networks. So if we click on the custom, you can be specific with whom you share this information with. Now, if we click on the Share With button, it assumes you mean friends. But you can also start typing in people's names and only they would see this information. Now you could also type in people's names in the Don't Share With section if you think they shouldn't see it. Your phone number should be set to only me unless you really want to share it. Now I have my phone number in here because I use Facebook's advanced security feature called two-step verification, which I'll show you at the end of this video. Now as for emails, I share one of them so that people can reach me if they have any questions. Otherwise I set them to only me. Now, for birthdays, I have it set to friends. This way, on your special day, you get to feel the love from all your connections. Of course, you can always hide this by changing it to only me. So as for my hometown, I keep it as friends as well. Now, once you're done, click Finish Up. Yay, you're done. No, not really. We got a few more things to look at. Now, let's click the lock another time and select Who Can See My Stuff. Now, the question is, who can see my future posts? Now, let's make sure this says friends and not public, and I'll show you why. Alright, so next we'll click on User Activity Log. Have you ever wondered what you did last summer? Well, Facebook can tell you. Anywhere you see a picture of a globe, this is a problem. This means that the person's profile you're interacting with is set to public. So the first thing you need to do is share this video with them. You can, of course, delete this activity by clicking on the pencil and choose Delete. Now, look for things like photos that you've been tagged in that has a globe next to it, and I'll tell you why in a minute. You might also notice an icon with 3 people in it. This is called Friends of Friends. This means that my friend's friend, who's not even connected with me, can see my posts. I've even seen this being problematic because whenever I teach this at schools, there's kids that are being stalked because their friends' profiles are endangering them. That's why it's important to help assess your friend's profile as well. So again, if you see their profile isn't locked down, share this video with them. Now, to answer the question from a minute ago, the reason you don't want your photo tagged by a friend with a globe, which means public, next to it is because people can find and look for your photos using a technique called Facebook graphing. If you go to the top left search field and type something like photos of Terry Cutler, my pics that I've set public will show up. Those of you with all your permissions set to public can get most of your profile pulled from using this technique. We're not done yet, so let's click on the lock again, click on Who Can See My Stuff, and click on View As. I love this feature because it allows you to browse your own profile as an outsider. What's even more cool is that you can go also to the top here and browse your profile as a specific person you're connected with. Now, as you can see, or can't see for that matter, my wall posts. So unless you're connected with me, it won't show. So if you see posts on your profile that you don't want, exit out of the preview mode by clicking on the little X in the top left-hand corner, and let me show you how to fix that. I'll take this example of the Star Wars 8 production announcement post. If you pull down the privacy setting for this post, yours most likely says public. So go ahead and change that to friends. Now, remember, we also changed who can see my future posts to friends as well, so we won't have this problem anymore. Now let's continue. Click on the lock again. Click on who can see my stuff. Click view as to start browsing your profile. Now click on about, and let's double check to make sure that the majority of the information isn't displayed here unless you really want it to be. Now, the more the information is left open here, it allows for someone to create a fake profile using your picture to connect with your friends. They can later try to trick them by saying, hey, I'm overseas and I got mugged and I have no money. Can you send me $500? Please don't fall for that. Now keep scrolling down. It's a good idea to clean up your group likes to avoid anything coming back on you that you shouldn't have liked in the first place. Now, if you're a pet owner living in Montreal, I encourage you to check out Spa for Paws, or Le Spa Cat Pat as we say in French. Highly recommend them. Now, if you scroll back up and notice under Family and Relationships that you have family members listed there, you simply again X out of the preview mode and change it from public to friends and start again. There's a good chance you're seeing family here because their profile is set to public. So again, please share this video with them so that this way they can lock down their own profiles and then share it with their friends so they can lock their own profiles down as well. Now, many people have their personal photos incorrectly set. Now, I can more often than not click on some random person's profile who I'm not even connected with and see their vacation photos or their family parties. It's a good idea to keep these to friends only or delete them. Now, you have to remember something, that whatever you post online is never deleted. There's always a copy somewhere. So always think before you post. So if you see a photo that shouldn't be public, simply click on their photo and click on the globe in the top right of the picture and change it to friends only. Now, some of you don't own a PC and do everything from your phone, so don't worry, I got you covered. Now, the settings are similar from the app. All you have to do is go click on the more icon at the bottom left and scroll down to privacy shortcut. From here, you can do similar functions, but I find you have more control from the PC browser. Now, I want to show you one last thing that relates to passwords. Now, I know so many people that create such crappy passwords whose codes could be broken in seconds. So with this little trick, I'm going to show you how you can secure your crappy password. Earlier, I spoke about my phone number being in my Facebook profile. Now, this is because if someone manages to crack my very strong password, they still won't be able to get into my Facebook profile because a special text message will be sent to my phone asking for their approval of their device. Now, without the combination of both passwords, they cannot access my profile. Now, let me show you how to enable this feature. Click on the lock again, and see at the bottom here it says See More Settings. Once here, click on the Security tab on the left. Next, click on Login Approvals, and select Require a security code to access my account from an unknown browser to get started. Now, the rest should be self-explanatory. I hope this video was enough to get you started. So if you're watching this video from anywhere else other than my blog, head over to terrycutler.com. Now, of course, if you have any questions you'd like an answer to, hit me up on Twitter using the hashtag AskTerryCutler or by email at ask@terrycutler.com. And please do me a favor and subscribe to InternetSafetyUniversity.com. It's going to be a 4-part free video series that will be loaded with such great information. So you never know if your question will be featured in an upcoming video. If you could share this video with your friends, I'd really appreciate it. There's so many people out there with such wide open profiles. So if you're a victim, I'd love to hear your feedback on things you found or if this video tip helped you out. So stay safe, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video.